Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Imp here with Arkham Horror, Mother's Embrace. Here we're gonna give this game a go. This is my first run through. I've never played the board game itself, but I have played the card game, so it'll be interesting to see how similar the mechanics may end up being. So let's just get right into it. Starting a new game. Apologies in advance if you see something really obvious that I'm not. But we're gonna get through this puzzle together. We're gonna solve whatever mysteries go towards us, and yeah. Oh, we get
Move
to pick
aside,
our
boys.
investigator.
It's my turn.
That's my cue.
I'm ready to investigate. I'm prepared.
It's my.
Prepared.
It's
I
I
do
hear
generally
the
love
word
playing as
card.
Zoey in the card game because she has some really strong abilities. Like if I remember correctly, she can do 3 damage in one turn, I think.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wilhelmina Tillinghurst, Professor of Astronomy at Miskatonic University. All my life I have dedicated myself to the study of celestial objects. Most recently, I visited Louisiana.
Alright,
to
so
observe
there's
the
a
passage
comet.
of a
That's
comet
very
I had
suspicious here
observed
already.
for many years. I hoped the trip would provide me with the evidence required to conclude my decades-long research.
Oh, it never does, lady.
Yesterday, you received my telegram requesting that you meet me at my house, just outside
February
Arkham.
1st, 1926.
And so you've decided to join me in my mansion.
Indeed.
I wonder
Well,
why
I guess we're
Professor
gonna hear
Tillinghurst
more
insisted
details
that I
from
deliver
her.
meat order personally. Perhaps she wants to discuss spiritual matters.
Welcome to my mansion.
I'd better ring the bell.
Alright. Q and E, or hold the right button and move the mouse for the camera. Moving control. Easy enough. Standard controls.
Maybe she's in the kitchen and can't hear.
How rude of me to make you wait like this.
No shade to the voice actress, but it's not quite the voice I would have imagined that Zoey would have, being a... she's basically a serial killer.
There's a light coming
But
from
maybe
that
that's
second-
the
She must be home.
point.
I'd better see what's cooking in there.
Yeah, she's like a zealous serial murderer in the card game. Alright, L to access the notebook, easy enough. You arrived at my modest manor home in Arkham, invited personally by me, Professor Wilhelmina Tillinghast. That is an extra name, dude. When I failed to answer the door, you understood at once something was amiss. After all, I'm hardly one of those absent-minded biddies whose minds wander off at the slightest distraction. Quite reasonably, you searched for another way inside the house to ensure I was well. Oh, suppose that would be the best course of action next, huh? Right, so the camera, it can't go up and down, it seems. It just goes left and right. What is this? What do we do here? We just click. Magnifying glass icon is displayed over objects you can investigate. Confirm. Alright. Front door is locked. It seems to be locked from inside. So we gotta find a way in. Let's see what's in these boxes. Box beneath the first floor window seems to invite you to take that way inside, but it looks to be shut tight. So maybe we have to find a key.
Reach the window, but it's shut tight.
We always
I
have
need
to find a
smash
key,
the
don't
glass
we?
to get inside.
I hope you aren't thinking what I fear you're thinking.
Yeah, we're gonna do some good old-fashioned vandalism,
what I need
folks.
is something heavy to smash this window.
Let's see, what's this? Wheelbarrow. Alright, we gotta pick one of these two. Let's look through it. Inside the wheelbarrow, you find a heavy pair of bolt cutters, just the thing for smashing a window. Okay. But before we do that, let's check around a little bit longer. Here stands the car in which you arrived. Before leaving, you should meet Professor Tillinghast. That's why we're here, as a great man would say. This ornament seems to be used as a roundabout for vehicles. Okay, nothing there. No, not even any statues, quite frankly. She basically has a mansion. You would think she would want a statue. Her car engine appears to be cold. Alright, let's go ahead and climb on the boxes now. Smash her windows. I'm sure she'll appreciate that.
How dare you smashed my window.
Oh, she did
Oh,
not
you
appreciate
intend to
that.
have it replaced?
I do not intend to have it replaced. I don't have the money for that.
Can't make an omelet
You
without
didn't
breaking a
answer.
few
You could have
windows.
answered.
I pray you find that one funny when I find you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there'll be time for apologies later. Now we gotta look around, see what happened to her. A piano. A beautiful piano. You don't recall the professor mentioning that she could play. Judging from the dust on the instrument, you doubt it sees much use. Okay. So Miss Tillinghast must be a performative male. Alright, comet painting. A large painting of a comet hurtling through the night sky. It seems the professor's interest in astronomy colored her taste in art as well. Nice. Doesn't seem to be anything else in here. Let's head in.
Broken vase? The professor must have heard it fall. She wouldn't have just left it here.
I certainly would not. I take pride in a clean and tidy abode.
I'd better find her.
Yeah, she didn't break that vase. Maybe if it were someone else's vase, she would have broken it, but it's her own. Alright, if your investigators have the knowledge required, they will offer advice on the best course of action. If this is not the case, they will tell you nothing. Okay. Broken glass. Shards of some fragile object, now shattered, lie on the ground. Perhaps it is a clue. An unsuitable action makes the mythos clock go faster. Well, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that I probably don't have any Gorilla Glue, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to put it together. And we chose wrong. Alright. Through your investigations, you may draw the attention of great old ones. This is called mythos. The mythos clock fills up each time an unsuitable action is chosen during a complex interaction at the end of a full round of combat. When the mythos clock is full, the great old ones will intervene to slow you down. Be on your guard. That is different from the card game, because at the end of each round, the mythos clock automatically goes forward in the card game. Anyway, apparently I could have put that together, so we did. We were holding crazy glue in our pockets, after all. Broken glass. A closer inspection of the fractured object reveals it was a vase. Based on its position, you think it fell from the small table nearby. Since the fragments are free of dust, you deduce it broke recently.
That scream came from upstairs.
That sounds like my voice. I must need help.
Professor? Was that you?
It's very strange that the professor is narrating this to us while we're looking for her.
Hurry!
No answer. There must...
Alright, so we gotta find a weapon now, according to Zoey. We gotta stay safe. Alright, certain events will force a sanity check. Okay, now we're talking. I do have a sanity of 4, it looks like. Each investigator's mental resistance score determines their chance of success to resist it. When sanity reaches 0, the investigator in question suffers from a trauma, which gives them a penalty. Kind of almost sounds more like Call of Cthulhu, the role-playing game. But there are sanity checks in the card game. Let's see. The little table is full of items. Perhaps searching them will turn up one that's useful. Let's look through it. We got a knife. Let's move it into our inventory. Item found. Close the
I'd better
inventory.
take this knife. I know how to use it on more than a beef roast.
What on earth are you doing with my letter opener?
Alright, so we got our knife. And M brings up a map. Makes sense, alright. Let's go ahead and climb the stairs because the sound did come from upstairs. There's a door over here. Let's see.
The scream must have come from the other side.
That's my
But of
office
course it's
door.
locked. It is locked, okay. As we thought, it's locked. So we gotta find a key. Classic escape room mystery type thing. Oh, here we have the Tower of Babel. Alright. Your reflection gazes back at you from the scrupulously clean bathroom mirror. Alright, should we open the cabinet? Why don't we wait and see what other things we can open or search through? Because there's plenty of other rooms here. This door doesn't lead to where Professor Tillinghast is. Neither does this one. A painting of cats. Old ladies tend to like cats, but you do admit it emits a sense of calm. Alright. So we gotta explore the rest of this area real quick. Let's see. Children's toys. Toys are laid out around the room so carefully that you doubt a child ever touched them. Interesting. Maybe she was expecting at some point. Oh, we hear footsteps. Oh no.
Who's there?
It's another investigator.
I'll ask the questions. Roland Banks, Bureau of Investigation.
Ah,
On
Roland
the
Banks. One of
What
the
would a
starter
federal
investigators.
agent want with me?
I'm Zoey Samaras, butcher. I'm here to deliver some meat to the professor. For some reason, she asked for me personally, so when she didn't answer the door, I came inside. Then I heard that scream.
Seems like I'm on the right track.
Is Professor Tillinghast a suspect in some crime?
She's only a person of interest. The Bureau has evidence that others are trying to involve her. I came to find out what she knows, if anything. Then I heard
Alright,
the
so he
scream,
heard the
too.
scream as well.
Seems we need a...
I wasn't prepared for so.
I'll help you find that key.
Sounds good. If I didn't know he was an investigator in the card game, I'd be awfully suspicious of this guy. 'Cause you never know who you can trust. While investigating the nursery, you encountered federal agent Roland Banks. He claimed to be investigating occult activities surrounding me, of all people. When pressed, he admitted I was not a suspect, but he insinuated I had been manipulated in some way. How patronizing. At least he had the decency to join your investigation. Indeed. Maybe he'll be able to help us find that key. Alright, a crib. An infant's crib. Obviously not brand new, but well cared for. Let's see what else we can look through first. Because there's still a couple doors left, I think. Or there's just the one, but still. Let's see what's in here. Appears to be... it's just a bedroom. We can look through the large chest. We can look through the shelf. It's a carton of cigarettes. Might be, I don't know, could prove handy at some point. There's nothing on the desk over here. I say we check the chest. I mean, let's try and force it open. Okay, that didn't work. We'll shake it. You open the chest to find it is full of books. Lying atop them is a single sheet of paper on which is written a recipe for apple fritters. Peel, core, and slice the apples across, but not too thin. Dip into frying batter, remove one at a time with a fork, and drop carefully into the fryer. Remove from fryer when they reach a pale golden brown, then drain. Dust with powdered sugar and serve with a slice of lemon. Banana fritters can be cooked in the same way. I wonder if they're gonna ask us to make some apple fritters here in order to trade for some information. That would be useful in that case, not gonna lie. Actually, I have a good feeling about the crib. I'm sure that's tied into this somehow. The child thing. I mean, the game is called Mother's Embrace. Oh my god, okay. Move things around. Okay, we found the key. Among other ornaments, key-tagged office hangs from the mobile. What a clever place to keep a spare key. Alright, we got the office key, boys and girls.
There's a key on this mobile.
There's a key on this mobile.
My files say Tillinghast has no children. If that's true, why would she need a nursery?
Indeed, that's part of the mystery, isn't it, Roland? She has no
The professor
kids.
always wished for children, even long after she grew too old to have them.
How do you know so much about the professor,
I
Zoey?
can't say it isn't true. I wish people were less prone to idle gossip.
Alright. Very odd. Right, well, we got the office key, so we're gonna see what that scream was, if it really was her, or if it's something imitating her voice. Enemy encounters. You will encounter enemies as you explore. You can know which room contains enemies as a glow crawls from under the door. That's certainly a lot handier than the card game, because you don't always know with that one. The door. The key fits and you unlock the door, of course.
What? Who?
Oh no, it's a cultist.
An intruder! How many people can I
Who are you?
Listen, pal. You've got some explaining to do. Come then. I have just...
Oh, we're gonna have to beat this guy up. Alright, so we're locked in turn-based combat now. We gotta beat this guy. I gotta tell you, the combat is definitely different from the card game. I can see already, because we can pick different attacks. And they cost different amounts of points, whereas each attack in that game generally only costs 1 action point. And you have like 3. But anyway, I'm gonna pull out my knife. And Zoey, who's a butcher, is going to walk over here within range. And attack this enemy. Oh my god, it got him in one hit.
We'd better have a look inside.
Alright, let's take a look. We got a bandage. That'll be useful for when we get hit for 13 damage in one turn. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Alright, we gotta reload. We gotta reload after each fight. I don't know that it'd be super useful for me to reload my knife, but maybe we'll do that later if we need to. This room is full of cultists, dude.
Who in blazes are you?
Heavenly Father, protect...
Wait. That's me. That is... It's my...
I hate to
body.
say it, lady, but I think you're
That's
dead.
Professor Tillinghast, all right.
We need to stop them.
Let's find out what these cultists are up to. Alright, so we have the initiative here. We're gonna move. Confirm that position, and we're going to attack with our knife. There we go, did 8 damage, not too shabby. Can we attack him again? Where can I see the... Oh, okay, these are the action points, and this costs 2. Right, I can guard. That's good. As Roland, I'm actually going to move back here and try and shoot this guy. Oh, I don't... Okay, I'll overwatch then. I don't have enough action points for that. Alright. Oh, the Mythos clock is almost fully filled. That's not good. We're gonna attack this enemy. Hopefully it finishes him off. It did. Nice. We're actually going to still overwatch there. Oh, it is directional. Okay. Great. Except not really. Okay, we're gonna shoot this guy. Did 8 damage. We still have 2 left, but we can't do a whole lot. Mythos event. Sanity check time. Oh, I don't quite know what that did, but I know it wasn't good. One last attack. There we are. Got rid of the cultists.
Who were those cloaked figures? This wasn't just a burglary.
You're right about that. Must be connected to my investigation.
Yep. Good time to look around, see what they were up to. A glyph on the floor. Large glyph has been painted on the floor, apparently in blood. You're certain Professor Tillinghast was deliberately killed above it. What you aren't certain of is why. It gave me a sanity check, and it appears that I failed it.
The sight of blood usually doesn't bother me, but that symbol drawn on the floor has an unholy look.
My nice.
That looks like some kind of cult symbol. This ain't a garden variety burglary.
Yeah, did the cultist robes tip you off? Right. That's, of course, the glyph we just investigated. Here's Professor Tillinghast. Let's just look. Alright. A deep weeping wound on her abdomen appears to be the cause of death. Judging by the wetness, it appears she was killed recently. Sanity check. I guess we failed it. Oh no, am I already insane? Low chance of losing health every few steps. Self-mutilation, oh boy. Alright. So too many traumas and that's bad, basically.
Terrible death.
Despite my age, I had much more to do in life.
This wound on her stomach, it looks
Don't
like
we
she
all?
was knifed.
Yeah. Man, they really got in there. Wonder why. Oh, and of course Zoey's stabbing herself over there in the corner. Roland's just watching her like, what the hell? What's wrong with you, lady? We got a desk with a locked drawer. Well, let's see if we can find a key first, before we try and force it. Right, fragments of broken glass. We can try and put them together like we did with the vase. Apparently Zoey keeps crazy glue on her at all times. Let's check the clock. The clock continues ticking away the seconds, and consider of the terrible crime the poets assure us should have stopped its function. Alright. Let's try and force the desk first. Let's lockpick. Okay, find flaws. Inside the drawer are tucked various notebooks. At a glance, you find nothing related to the murder, but it's clear that Professor Tillinghast was in the habit of recording even trivial events in her life.
Look at these notebooks. Is this the professor's handwriting?
It is, but how would you know?
There's no useful information here, but perhaps Professor Tillinghast kept notes on this material.
perhaps. Perhaps it is somewhere. Right? Putting together the broken glass. Reassembling most of the shattered container, you see a flask that probably came from a laboratory. You can make out the printed words Miska Uni Ska Lab. I'll just say it here, it's the Miskatonic University Science Lab.
This sort of accident usually happens in the kitchen. What happened here?
Alright.
Yeah, broken jar, flask. Can make out a few letters.
Miskatonic University
don't we know what
Science Lab.
happened here? A
That's
couple
one.
cultists came in and killed her and broke a bunch of crap. Alright. Yeah, Miskatonic
found
University
everything we're liable
Science
to
Lab, they
find here.
confirmed it.
Time to see where the evidence leads us.
It kinda looks like they drew wings around her.
And so, my friend set out to discover how I was killed.
Not how, lady, but why. We know how you were killed. They'd stabbed you. Arkham Horror, Mother's Embrace. I managed to stay sane even as Zoey just stabs herself in the corner, right in front of the other investigator. Not exactly the best first impression, you know?
To my office makes it clear you must visit Miskatonic University. Not only did I work there, but the broken jar came from the university lab. Why did those strange men need it? Whatever the answer, you're sure to find it at Miskatonic.
I'm sure they're growing something there, working on something there that they find really enticing. Oh, okay, we can opt to not bring Zoey in order to keep her from the self-mutilation next time. Should we do that? We got our biography. Legend. Okay, I guess I'll give Zoey a chance to heal from that. Or not. It doesn't seem to be letting me do that. Anyway, let's ready up for the next chapter of our investigation.
Welcome to Miskatonic University, home of the prestigious Orne Library, which includes the country's largest collection of occult books. I once studied here as a student, later donning the mantle of professor and passing along all I learned to the next generation of astronomy students. This place was like a second home to me. Perhaps the things I left behind will provide you with clues to the answers you seek.
Science and astrophysics, huh? I bet we'll meet a lot of eggheads in this department.
Oh, it has changed over the years, but no place feels more like home to me.
Now that's
Not even
devotion
my
to your
little
job,
house.
for sure.
The secretary said Professor Norman Withers could give us access to Professor Tillingast's office. But what do we expect to find?
We won't know until we look.
Alright, let's find this Professor Withers.
Yeah, let's find our boy Professor Withers, the astronomer. Alright, the overlay is available in both exploration and combat by pressing tab or... Alright. Let's see. Gonna walk down these halls, take a look at some papers. File. Let's grab this epinephrine. Give it to Zoey because she has that trauma of hers. And she might go down first. A notebook. A note left on a bench a student sits on catches your eye. It reads, "I can't stop thinking about that queer old book with its strange writing. Even holding it in my hands seems to drain my strength as if it were some sort of vampire sucking away my energy. When Professor Tillingast caught me with it, she confiscated it at once. I haven't seen it since." Oh, maybe Miss Tillinghast knows a little more than she lets on.
Here's Tillinghast's
Maybe she
office
got
on the left,
involved in
Withers to the
some
right. They
occult
must have
stuff.
known each other pretty well.
Maybe begrudgingly, but still.
Professor
Right.
Tillinghast's door is locked.
Here's her
But
office.
of course, my friend. Some have even been known.
We'd better ask Withers for the key.
Alright, we gotta get the key to her office from Withers.
I say no, Agatha. You will pardon me for saying I have never believed your methods to be the least bit scientific. I refuse to believe that Wilhelmina would have...
Oh, they're talking about me. Norman and I were colleagues for years. You, of course.
Yes, what is it? How can I help you?
Listen, Professor. We're here to investigate the death of your neighbor. One Professor
Not again. Can't an old man mourn his friend in peace? Oh, these constant intrusions by reporters.
Good to know that they were very familiar.
Busybodies. As I told your friends earlier, I do not wish to be disturbed.
Lord, grant me patience.
Wait just a moment, Norman.
We need this
Something
guy
tells
on
me
our
these
side,
people
because
aren't
he
the
knows
same as
more
the
than he
others.
lets on.
Look at their eyes. Forgive my manners. I'm Professor Agatha Crane, and you seem to know of my colleague, Professor Norman Withers. Something tells me you've seen Wilhelmina, haven't
Agatha, for heaven's sake, stop this nonsense.
Now, Professor Withers, she's right. We have seen unusual things.
Unusual
We
indeed.
arrived too late to save Professor Tillinghast.
A bunch of
We've
cultists
seen
broke in
evidence
her
that
house.
whatever happened to her was unnatural, to say the least. We intend to get to the bottom of it.
I told you, Norman, that box could hold more than knickknacks and gewgaws. I, for one, want to see it for myself. You there, come with me.
What? Where are you going, you confounded parapsychologist?
To the observatory. Wait here, Norman. I know you won't want to be
Observatory, huh? Okay. Agatha Crane, the parapsychologist. She increases the group members' initiative in combat. That's pretty useful. Love to be able to go first as much as possible. Got some bullets for Roland. Wonder why good old Withers here has bullets in his filing cabinet, but I don't suppose that's going to be the mystery today. Professor Norman Withers stands before you, puffing his cheeks impatiently. I know you wish to search the observatory, but for the life of me, I can't imagine what you expect to find there. Well, me neither, quite frankly. It was Agatha's idea. So you'll have to ask her. Anyway, does this bookshelf have anything on it? In the corridor stands a bookshelf proudly displaying the publication of Miskatonic University. Mounted in the center is a plaque reading Lux in Obscuro Sumus, or as Latin readers would translate, We're the light in the darkness. Let's see, we already investigated those books. Where's the observatory? There are stairs that we could go up. That's probably our best bet. Let's check over here. It's a trophy shelf. That's about it. Let's head up the stairs.
Ah, the old observatory. Don't be fooled by, of course, the new Gerald Warren astronomical. Through these telescopes, I first gazed.
Alright. Here we are in the observatory. Check through these lockers. Well, first before we do that, because it is a risk. Let's see what else we got here. We got some papers. Book of Restraint. So much clutter fills this desk that it might take a while to find a needle in this proverbial haystack. You decide to open the small top drawer. You should be so lucky. Book of Restraint. Appears to be a spell book that we can use in combat. Let's give it to Agatha.
Could it be? Yes, these glyphs indicate gestures of power, of magic. This, my
Good thing we
friends,
gave
is
it
a
to her. She
grimoire,
really
a
seems
book
to
of
want to use it.
spells. What?
Another fraction of the mystery revealed. Is it? Or is it unrelated? The telescope. Once the pride of the Miskatonic University Astronomy Department, this outdated telescope hasn't seen much use in recent years. We got a pipe wrench. Zoey might find that pretty handy. She is a melee character. Alright, let's check the lockers. Let's try and lockpick. Okay, we did it. After applying a little elbow grease and opening the locker, you find a box inside. Written in neat letters on the label is the name Professor Tillinghast. And we found her box. I wonder why she was just storing this random box up here.
Here is
What's
the
in it?
mysterious box.
The label marks it as belonging to Professor Tillinghast.
This symbol. It was...
You've seen this symbol in Wilhelmina's room, haven't you? It is similar to the iconography of ancient pagan
So she
rituals.
is wrapped up in some stuff.
Here is proof that Wilhelmina's research went beyond known science and into the realm of the paranormal.
Many of our colleagues questioned Agatha's unorthodox avenues of research, but none questioned her resolve.
We must show this to Norman. Only then will he help us.
Okay, well, what's in the box, lady? That's pretty important, too. Is it locked? There's no key items section in our inventory, so... Anyway. Yeah, same symbols, so we gotta show it to Mr. Withers, Professor Withers. I think that's probably all we're gonna glean from here. So let's head back to his office, show him the stuff. That's, of course, the locked door. Let's head back in here.
Look here,
Good day, sir.
See the odd things in this box of Wilhelmina's? Whatever she was researching, it was far more than...
I don't see what this has to do with her death.
We saw a sign identical to the one on this box in the room where Professor Tillinghast was killed.
I must admit that seems far too unlikely to be mere coincidence. Very well.
Hell yeah, we convinced
You
him.
have my attention and my help. Wilhelmina left Arkham earlier this year, and I received this box. After hearing no word from her, I became concerned, and I confess, I briefly searched her office for some indication of the purpose of her travel.
Oh, Norman, you dear fool.
Unfortunately, I couldn't make sense of her notes. They made no sense to me. I did sense a whiff of the...
We can't correct this case without your help, Professor. Tell us what you know, and...
You're right, of course. Yeah, take the key to Wilhelmina's office. While you have a look in there, I'll pore over these notes again.
What was that sound? It came from next
Oh,
door.
no.
My office. Who's in?
They're breaking into her office and at the school, a public place in broad daylight? That's very brazen. Alright, let's check it out. Apparently we found a key somewhere. Oh, no, someone else unlocked it. Okay. But there's no one here. Oh, they left through the window.
What was that commotion?
Yeah, that was quite a commotion
Someone beat us
outside.
to it. The room's been searched, and recently.
Just look at this.
Look there. Even the safe is broken open.
The sinners are getting away. We
They
must
took
stop them before
everything.
Whoever it is must be dangerous. You must protect the students.
There's useful information. Notebooks. Professor Tillinghast. They appear to be nothing more than observations on her students, which she apparently liked to pair off like a matchmaker. While amusing, the notes don't appear useful to your investigation. but you feel at peace. +1 sanity gain. Let's check the bookcase. You find a book by the notorious occultist Aleister Crowley entitled A Treatise on Astrology. Okay. Let's check the safe. There's nothing left inside, of course. They took everything. Be a good idea to check outside now at this point.
These goons dress just like those mooks at the
There's
professor's
cultists.
house.
They're the ones who looted her office.
Who are these interlopers? Deal with them while the others escape.
Alright, back to turn-based combat. We got that one. Alright, 7 damage. Let's overwatch. This way. We're gonna move with Zoey over here. Alright, and we're going to attack with our knife. This character. Right, and now we have one more character. We're going to move this way. Right there, because that way we only use up 2 action points on this move, and we can use the last 3 to punch him. But it only did 1 damage, damn. Meanwhile, his does like 6. Alright. I'm gonna try and attack that one. Because she needs the help more than Zoey. Let's be honest here. Go ahead and reload, I suppose. Next is Zoey. I'll go ahead and attack him with the wrench. 9 damage, and then another 2 with the knife. Try and get rid of him. There we go. Him, I suppose I'll try and use the book, see how that works. That restrained him, good. Gave him a condition. Now, it'd be best to move. Try and get out of his way if we can. End our turn there. Oh, he couldn't move the whole way. That's great. Alright. That did the trick.
That scream is coming from...
Oh no, the students!
It must be one of those weird burglars.
-1 sanity from Roland and Agatha. Alright, quite a few points at which to look.
That scream came from right around here.
This was Wilhelmina's classroom. It sounds as though some students have locked themselves in.
Who's out there?
It's me, Professor Crane.
We're safe, but some strange people attacked us. We managed to barricade ourselves inside.
You stay put until we've dealt with them. Did you see which way they were heading?
They ran down the next corridor. Be careful, Professor. They look dangerous.
After we handle those burglars, we should come back here. If this was Professor Tillinger's classroom, we might find clues inside.
Oh, check this out. Azathoth's chocolate. Nice little callback. Reference, whatnot. Bulletin board filled with flyers for university activities, including an announcement for the upcoming home game for the Miskatonic Squids, over which someone has scrawled, "Go Pods." Okay, that's not useful to us. Check the trash can, maybe. Let's empty it. We got some bullets, that's useful. We definitely need those. Carton of cigarettes. Give him to Agatha.
Come here, you.
Got some more cultists over here.
We must protect the students.
Yeah, we gotta protect the students. It's not right that they just came here and started attacking people.
Help me!
So now we have to ignore due process. Attack this enemy, he's closest. Right? And to end our turn there. Go right here. Go for a knife attack. Got him. Good start to our turn, for sure. Right. Try and keep that guy from moving very far. And this guy, nice, it's both of them. That's really handy. Okay, we can't use Overwatch with that. So we can't attack whenever they move closer, automatically. It appears.
Help me!
But it did stop them from attacking me more. Alright. We're gonna go for the gunshot. And end our turn. That one has lower health, so I think we need to prioritize him. And we'll go ahead and attack him. With the wrench. And he's still alive. Alright, Agatha. You're gonna want to move here. See if we can hit him with her. Knock him out. Oh, he still has 1 health. Alright. All investigators must do a sanity check. Okay. Let's do it. Roland passed and the other 2 did not. But they still have several points that they can expend on it. So that's fine. Let's attack this enemy because he has more health. Perhaps I shouldn't have done that. We can reload though. That's that for that guy's turn. He's still trying to make his way over there. Interesting. Did quite a bit of damage to Zoey. But hopefully Agatha will be able to do the one last remaining point. There we go. 3 damage. Got him. Why are they trying to kill that guy so badly? Alright. Let's move right next to him, I guess. Just shoot him point blank. 12 damage. Nice. Alright. Now we gotta finish him off with Zoey. Easy enough. Unless she misses. There we are, we got him.
Are you all right?
Thank you. I think I'll be fine. It's mostly shock.
This
Why
was
were they
just a
attacking
diversion.
that guy?
We need to catch
Or
up to the men
going
that were in
after
Professor
him
Tillinghast's office.
specifically? When all 3 of us were right there, armed with weapons, trying to get after him. Body vanishes from cemetery by Gerard White. The Arkham Gazette has learned that a body disappeared from the city cemetery early this morning. Police have questioned a man found on the scene, believing him to be a witness and perhaps an employee of the cemetery. More information to come as the story unfolds. Oh. And then Roland lost some sanity there on that one. So these cultists have been beating and, you know, unaliving people. And they've stolen a body from the cemetery. Student is bruised but otherwise unhurt, and thanks for your help, he gives you a gift. You found a new item, medical book. Oh, this could be handy. Give it to Roland, because the others don't have any slots.
Are you hurt? No, just bruised.
Which way did they...
They ran right into that class.
Alright, so we got another fight coming up. Roland's losing sanity fast. Got some filthy bandages from these filing cabinets. Might be useful. I would go up the stairs, but we have pressing matters to attend to in this classroom. They want to come in here for some reason.
There they are! They have the
They
professor's
just
things! Get them back!
unalived a bunch of students. It looks like there's blood all over the floor.
These fools mustn't stop us. Deal with them.
Now you're about to be dealt with, buddy. As long as I can keep my sanity. This one's closest, so we gotta eliminate him. And let's overwatch as well. All three of them right there. There we go. Zoey. Move right here, and then I can attack with these last two action points. 9 damage, nice. Nice. Okay, she is going to move... I guess right here. Oh good, we get to hit all three of them. Perfect. Unless it misses, but, you know. There we go, got that guy. Oh no. We healed the enemy. Oh, that's terrible. Roland got her with the overwatch. Nice, the opportunity attack. Let's get this guy out of the way real quick. Overwatch again. Let's try and hit her with the wrench. 9 damage, nice. Got her. Good job, Zoey. Your bloodlust is growing. Give him a good old 1-2. Or just the 2. That works also. Alright, now Zoey can finish him off. Move right there. And knock him out. There we are. Now let's see what they were up to in here.
That'll teach you to run
These
from
creepy
federal
people.
agent. Now, let's see what you lifted from the office.
Robbing the robbers. It would all seem a bit tawdry if it were...
Dead body. The unmoving body of one of the strangely garbed intruders. He won't be terrorizing the students any longer. But perhaps he carried identification, or better yet, a clue. Let's search thoroughly. And that wasn't a good idea. Okay, look. Produces no clues, but he did make my sanity go down. Okay, what about this one? Let's pat it down. Yeah, it was the wrong one. Great. Wraith-like claws tear at you from the inside. Received low physical damage. Okay. That was painful. Search him thoroughly, then. And we got a letter from the director granting Professor Tillinghast exclusive use of the science lab for a time. And apparently she intended to perform an experiment there.
This letter indicates that Professor Tillinghast reserved the science lab for some experiment.
What experiment were you doing, Professor Tillinghast? She clearly brought it home with her. That's what was in the jar, I'm sure. Alright, school bag. Let's empty it. Oh my god. Okay, just examine. So we got a spirit entame. A pack of cigarettes. Anything else in here? There's this. Notes. Atop the podium is an outline for a talk on autumn constellations, including Andromeda, Aquarius, Capricorn, Pegasus, and Pisces. Okay. I don't think that's related to our investigation here. I wonder what they were, how they were thinking they were going to get away with this. I mean, the attack was in public, in a very public space. Surely campus security or, I don't know, the police could have... Anyway. But then again, this is the 1920s, so maybe they wouldn't have been able to come by
We can't
very
leave
quickly.
without...
Alright. So I don't think we checked this one. Let's look through. That's the wrong one. Okay, pat down. You're losing sanity so fast. Alphonse Lanua is the traitor. Stop. Traitor. Stop could pose threat to your life. Stop the herd. Alright, we found a telegram mentioning a Lanuit.
Alphonse Lanui? The herd?
Oh,
I can't
Lanui.
make sense of
Okay.
this telegram.
I don't recognize...
Alphonse Lanui. And
These clues might not make sense
Oh,
now,
she knows
but
them.
we might be able to connect them to others later. I think that's all they took.
We should return to Wilhelmina's
Alright.
classroom and tell the students the way is clear.
In that case, let's check the classroom. If it was Professor Tillinghast, we're bound to find some clue about what happened to her.
You learn something new every day. You sure do, lady. Anything in here? It's the library. Some notes here. Looks like a recipe. Not very handy for our investigation. Comet sightings. Goes back to the comet. James Irwin. A bust of James Irwin, president of Miskatonic University. Okay. Got a trophy shelf. A pocket watch. Let's go ahead and use it. That way the clock goes back to 0. Very cool. Alright. I guess we gotta head back to the office.
It's all clear, students. We've taken care of those brutes.
Thank you, Professor.
We sure did.
Let's make sure everyone is unhurt. Then let's have a look around this classroom.
How you doing? Let's try and calm her down. We got some caffeine. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the gift. She gave us some caffeine for our kindness. Alright, notes. Constellations. Clearly astronomy class. Cabinet. Full of rocks, some with extraterrestrial origins. It's quite a find for even an esteemed university, I suppose. A letter. Astronomical observations by one of Professor Tillinghast's students. Number of sequential dates are crossed off without notes, as if the professor missed several classes. Maybe she's been holed up in her house? Prior to you-know-what? Alright. Let's try and question the young woman. As you question the student, she says, "A few months ago, the professor asked me to return a book to the library. I returned it without looking at what it was. All I remember is that it was a large yellow book. Step closer to the Lord's will complete. Oh no. Have you heard? He asked. Professor Tillinghast's body disappeared from the cemetery. The only witness is an Albert Hatcher, the gravekeeper. Whatever he saw drove him mad. What could it be?
Professor Tillinghast's
That's
body
odd.
vanished from the cemetery? How ghastly.
Oh, we did see a note earlier about a body vanishing from the cemetery. That was hers?
Who on earth would steal my corpse? It must have been grave robbers, of course. It isn't as though I could have...
This Albert Hatcher is our own...
Alright, we gotta find Albert Hatcher. That's our lead next. We gotta find a book by a Y. Page. That's some book she was interested in, is the author Y. Page. Okay. Good to know. Lately, the professor has been working on a project of her own. When I asked her about it, she said it was a project too advanced for me. I guess I was a little insulted, so I spied on her. I saw her look through the books in the third bookcase from the back of the library, the one with all the dictionaries and encyclopedias. She seemed impatient for results. If only she let me help. Alright. The books in the third bookshelf, the third bookcase from the back of the library. Third bookcase from the back of the library, the one with the dictionaries and encyclopedias. Wonder what she was looking for. That's the question, isn't it, though? Alright. Anything in here? Different department in the university. Nothing of use to our investigation. The science lab. Oh, but it's locked. Okay, we gotta find a key to that at some point. Here's another classroom. Anything in here? Small notebook. Correspondence between two different people who seem to have communicated by leaving messages for each other. While Professor Tillinghast was away, I took the book from her desk and hid it in the old chest in the debate room. You know, the one with the fake bottom. Later we should figure out what it really is. Alright, so there's a secret compartment in the debate room somewhere. Or nightstand or whatnot. Crib sheets for an exam, multiple copies with different answers for developmental questions. At the top of each sheet is a price, $2. I don't think that has anything to do with anything. Notes. Whichever student made these notes loved his studies. His enthusiasm is infectious and you feel a surge of hope that you can learn everything you need to solve this mystery. Absolutely. We got this. Celestial globe depicting the constellations. Let's see if we can shake this wardrobe open. Okay, we got some armor. Complicated mathematical equation. Alright, what are we trying to do here? What's next? Find the mysterious book is our secondary objective. Investigate the library is our main objective. Where's the library? We were already in the library. Okay, so we didn't find something in here, I guess. Oh yeah, there's some shelves over here. Let's check them out. What was the name? What was the name? Oh, it's Page. Imto. No? The name was Page. L. Page. No proof that she reviewed them recently. Okay. Wow, we are not doing well at this. There we go. Heavy yellow volume. Alright. Among the reference books you find one listing scientific groups in the United States. One of them is called the Herd of Algety, a small astronomical society based in New Orleans Garden District. Alright, we found the book borrowed by Tillinghast by remembering what the students told us. Very cool.
Here it is again, the Herd of Algety. There's some sort of astronomy club. That explains the professor's interest.
They're based in New Orleans?
Perhaps that's where the professor went on her trip.
That makes sense, since she circled the name in the book.
I do feel a pang of guilt at
That about wraps it up. We've examined all the sites the professor would have known.
It's about time we return to Norman's.
Alright, we gotta go back to Norman, see if he made any progress with his own studies into the matter. There's his office. Okay.
Ah, you're back at last. Did you find
Yes, and we took care of most.
We discovered another clue as to what happened.
an enemy of Wilhelmina?
Do you know any reason why she requested exclusive access to the science lab for several...
Getting down to
She
business.
had no need of a lab. As an astronomer, she spent most of her time in the observatory, not among flasks and beakers.
The broken glass we found in Professor Tillinger's house looked like it might have been a flask or beaker.
Here, this is the key to the science lab.
Oh good, he's giving us a
You can find
key.
the entrance in front of Wilhelmina's classroom.
Yeah, I saw that earlier. Let's calm this student down. Oh good. Thanks for the bandages. Can we use any of this? Any sanity stuff? There we go. Let's give Roland some of these cigarettes so that he can gain sanity. There we go. Alright. Perfect. Alright. I think it's this way. Should be this, yes. Laboratory. Okay, we're in the science room. We know this area is... Oh, wow, that's a lot of enemies.
You'll regret opening it.
Okay. I already regret it.
There's
Okay.
something very wrong about this, man.
Yeah, there's 4 enemies, all
In the name of the Lord,
all about to
I'd say
attack
smite
us.
him before he does
Okay.
to us what he did to that guard.
Yeah, we gotta defend ourselves, man. Alright. Gonna fire a shot. This one's closest. And we've also gotta reload, but I can't. I don't have enough action points. Okay. We're gonna move with Zoey. We're actually just gonna move here so that I don't have to use all of my action points on the movement. And then we're going to Overwatch so that if they come closer, we can deal with them a little bit. I wish she would have used the knife for that, but can't always get what you want, can ya? You gotta move her here so that we can still use this. There we go. Try and restrict their movements. Perfect. Restrained him. Perfect. Restrained him. Whoa, he has some range there. That's not good. I'm pretty worried about that, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Let's reload. And then we have just enough to fire a shot. Let's get this guy out of there. 7 damage, got him. Perfect. Hit him with the wrench. Beautiful. Now hit him with the knife. Got him. That's 2 down, 2 more to go. Move here so that we can use this. Try and bind him. Oh, Roland's kind of on his last legs there. That's not good. Not good at all. Move here. Try and attack this one. Get Zoey to move here. Attack this one. 8 damage. Good job. Move here with Agatha. And attack this one. Perfect. 2 damage. Perfect. Got him. Oh. No. Roland's done. That's a shame. Okay, but he's still alive. That's good. He's just out of commission for this fight. Move right here so that we can still use the knife. Nice. Critical hit. That was beautiful. That's what we like to see. Alright. Go for another hit. 2 damage. Oh, he healed himself. We still got this. Zoey's gonna get him. Nice. Roland got back up. Beautiful.
What just happened?
That man cast a spell. Oh, I know how that's...
Alright. Let's investigate this room. Some tattered bandages. I think we left them there, but that's fine. We have plenty of healing. Class notes on this chalkboard are partially erased, as if someone had begun to clear the board before noticing the enormous "Do Not Erase" notice. Very cheeky. Alright, let's check our friends here. Prospect of rifling through his pockets is way more than a little gruesome, but is the only way to find a clue. Let's pat him down. We found a note. Professor Tillinghast's mansion. Miskatonic University, the asylum, and something called a witch house. Quite a few things to be wrapped up in. Alright, desk, scattered pages and notebooks. The imminent passage of a comet Professor Tillinghast appeared to be studying. Many of those mention that. Okay, good to know. Oh no, what is that? Oh, that is gruesome. Looks like some sort of alien something.
What is this thing?
No matter its origin,
That container looks the same as the broken glass we found at Professor Tillingast's house.
Yeah, I think so, Zoey. I think whatever that is was in the container. Or one of them, yeah. A weird worm-like creature with strange tentacle-like growths lies on an operating table. It appears dead or dormant. Something about its strange appearance strikes revulsion into your heart. This thing is an abomination. Rather than let the students find it, you decide to burn it. I mean, I didn't sign off on that, but I guess that's a good idea.
We must obliterate this unholy thing. Cleanse it with fire.
Ah, yes, there's the religious zealot we all know and
You
love.
can't know how this creature's flesh will react to flame. Don't take the risk.
You're right. We can't let anyone else get a hold of this thing.
Nice. The mystery deepens. We investigated our office and we found some things out that we probably would have preferred
Keeper
not finding
Albert
out.
Hatcher is the only one who saw how
Our
my
sanity
body
really
left
just
the
kept
cemetery.
dropping throughout that
And whatever it was broke his
entire
sanity.
ordeal.
Questioning a man.
Alright, thanks for watching that, guys. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough so far, and I will see you in the next one as we continue to solve the mystery of whatever happened regarding the demise of Professor Tillinghast. We'll see whatever she was wrapped up in and whatever strange machinations there are at foot here. We'll figure them out. If you enjoyed this video, please share, like, subscribe, and comment. It means a lot to me. And thanks for watching. Have a great day.